Joining me now, Democratic California Congresswoman Laura Friedman, who attended Newsom's event yesterday. And Congresswoman, about the federal law enforcement presence outside of that event, the LA Times quoted a chief patrol agent as saying, "We're here making Los Angeles a safer place. Since we won't have politicians that'll do that, we do that ourselves. We're glad to be here and we're not going anywhere." So what do you make of the timing of this Border Patrol deployment?
Honestly, no one at that press conference was surprised to see ICE sent outside of a press conference in broad daylight in front of the Democracy Center in downtown Los Angeles. It's gotten to the point where we're no longer surprised at how low this administration will stoop. Alex Padilla was in the room with us, the U.S. Senator who was hogtied in a federal building for asking a question from the back of a press conference. We know how low this administration will go, but we're not scared. We're not going to back down. We're not going to let them intimidate us. We're going to continue to stand up for democracy.
So I want to play something that Governor Newsom said during his event. Take a listen.
We need to disabuse ourselves of the way things have been done. It's not good enough to just hold hands, have a candlelight vigil, and talk about the way the world should be. We have got to recognize the cards that have been dealt. And we have got to meet fire with fire.
So whether it is the redistricting fight or the optics of what happened yesterday, do you agree that it's time for the gloves to come off?
Look, Donald Trump has set the rules of engagement. When he called Texas and said, do immediate redistricting because I'm unpopular and I'm going to lose seats and I need to continue to be an authoritarian, I need to be a dictator, which means I can't have any party able to dissent or push back or hold me accountable. He knows that Texas would do his bidding. We can't let that go unanswered. It would be irresponsible for those of us who have power, those of us who have the ability to push back and hold the line, to not use that power. So absolutely, when Trump is a bully, when Trump wants to break the law, when he wants to rig the system, we're going to show him that there's accountability to that. And this is the way that California can hold him more accountable. This is the way that California can balance the scales.
It seems, sorry to interrupt you there, but it seems that this is a fait accompli in Texas. We're going to see those 5 seats go to Republicans. So if both Republicans and Democrats start engaging in this redistricting fight, is it really the voters, especially moderate voters, who are getting caught in the crosshairs?
I think the American public's getting caught in crosshairs because the only reason they are doing this, the only reason that they are taking this unprecedented action of redistricting mid-cycle, not after a census, but mid-cycle, is because they know that their policies are deeply unpopular. And as the economy gets worse, as our communities continue to be terrorized, they're becoming more and more unpopular, and they know they're going to lose the next election. And so they're trying to rig it. It's that simple. And we can't let them do that. We have to stand up for the American public, and that's what we're doing in California.
So to that, how will this impact your district specifically?
Well, I haven't fully been able to examine any maps, but I am certainly willing to do what I need to do to make sure that we can balance what Trump is doing around the country. So whatever it takes, I'm going to continue to make my voice heard. And I'll say something else that I think is important for people to understand. Texas is doing redistricting by their Republican legislature, which had already gerrymandered the state, coming back into a special session and not talking about these devastating floods, not talking about how to give relief to victims, but instead to do even more partisan gerrymandering of the state, despite it not being popular in Texas. Even though people in Texas are raising their voice to say they don't want to see the legislature focusing on this, they're not going to have a chance to weigh in. The Republican legislature is going to do this. In California, we believe in democracy, and we're taking our proposal to the voters. And that's a big difference.
And we've seen those Democratic lawmakers flee town to try to break quorum there. California Congresswoman Laura Friedman, thank you very much for joining us.